Here's your daily dose of history. These events happened on July 9th. In AD 118, Roman Emperor Hadrian, who came to power 11 months earlier when the Emperor Trajan died in modern-day Turkey, finally enters Rome after suppressing revolts in the eastern part of the empire. Hadrian rules for over 20 years and is regarded as one of Rome's most important emperors. Hadrian is responsible for the building of the Pantheon, perhaps the most impressive structure the Romans ever built. He begins building a fortification on the northern edge of the empire that comes to be known as Hadrian's Wall. He also constructs what is now called Hadrian's Villa, a massive palace complex larger than the city of Pompeii, located east of Rome near the modern town of Tivoli. In 1755, during the French and Indian War, French captain Daniel Léonard de Beaujeu greatly outnumbered French, Canadian, and Indian forces, soundly defeat British General Edward Braddock's British and American forces at the Battle of the Monongahela. The battle occurs near Fort Duquesne, the site of modern-day Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Braddock is mortally wounded, and 23-year-old George Washington, a lieutenant colonel in the Virginia militia, organizes and leads the retreat. In 1846, during the Mexican-American War, U.S. Captain John Montgomery leads a party of Marines and sailors ashore at the small California settlement of Yerba Buena, claiming it for the U.S. and raising the American flag in the Central Plaza. The following year, the Americans rename the settlement San Francisco, which grows into a major city after gold is discovered in Northern California in 1848. In 1877, the All England Croquet and Lawn Tennis Club begins its first tennis tournament at Wimbledon, then an outer suburb of London. 22 amateur tennis players compete in gentlemen's singles, the competition's only event at the time. Wimbledon is today the most prestigious tennis tournament in the world and one of the 4 Grand Slam events. In 1993, British scientists announced that they have used DNA to positively identify the remains of Tsar Nicholas II, the last emperor of Russia, along with his wife Alexandra and 3 of their daughters. The Tsar and his family were murdered in 1918 during the Russian Revolution. With the fall of the Soviet Union, there is a renewed interest in Russia in the deaths of the Romanovs. Formerly secret Soviet documents lead to a mass grave near Yekaterinburg, where the remains are found in 1991. The scientists use blood from Queen Elizabeth II's husband, Prince Philip, who is the grandnephew of Tsarina Alexandra, to make the DNA verification. For Tsar Nicholas, they exhume the remains of his brother, Grand Duke George, to make the DNA verification. Remains of 2 of the Romanov children, Crown Prince Alexei and one of the daughters, are not found in that grave. Rumors had spread through Europe since the brutal murders that the youngest daughter, Anastasia, had survived. A woman named Anna Anderson, who turned up in Germany in 1922, is the most convincing of those who claim to be Anastasia. In 1994, American and English scientists used DNA to prove conclusively that Anderson was not a Romanov. Then, in 2007, the bodies of Alexei and the last Romanov daughter are discovered not far from the grave where the rest of the family had been buried, conclusively proving that Anastasia did not survive. Which of these events did you find most interesting? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to check out Today in History in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. There's a link in the description. I would also love it if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. And you can see more great Mr. Lewis videos right over here. Thanks for watching.